You know, one of the nicest things about O-gauge size trains is all the operating cars that we've always enjoyed, that Lionel made in the 50s and 60s and 70s, and even they make some today the same way. Most of them operated by using an accessory shoe on this truck. Sometimes, as in this car's case, there were two accessory shoes. And they needed this piece of track right here, which was their uncoupling and unloading track. The way it worked is when this rail came in contact with that shoe, when the car rolled up there, you could press a button which would energize the magnet or whatever the operating device was. In this case, it would dump the logs. So it's fun to have that, but as we've gone on in time, we've gone to better and better looking track, and this just isn't acceptable anymore. A lot of people use Atlas track. A lot of people use Ross, Gargraves, or Curtis track. And these high rail tracks need an accessory operating shoe or operating rail like that. Well, back in Backshop number 6, we showed how to use some scrap pieces of Gargraves rail and bend them and slice the ties and insert them into Gargraves or Ross or Curtis high rail track. And that was good. But since that time, Atlas has come out with this nice high rail track, and they have come out with this accessory. This is their accessory rail set that you can put into any Atlas track. And very simply, the way it works is like this. Here's the rail. It's got two tabs on it and a screw where you can attach a wire. Now on the underside of their track, there are many places where you can drill out holes that are not quite complete. And when they're drilled out, this fits right in. They're almost all the way drilled up now, but when you complete it like that, it comes through on the tie, like so. Then very easily, this accessory rail is pushed down into the tie. There. There we are. Now there's the accessory rail. Here's the screw terminal to hook the wire to. Well, what I've discovered is that these also work very easily with Gargraves, Ross, or Curtis track. All you need to do is first space the ties correctly so that this rail section will fit in like that. Now right now, they're not spaced correctly because I need to move a couple of the wooden ties until these tabs fit right in, but yet there's a space where the screw terminal is. So let me move those around and we'll show you how that fits in. Okay, let's check the spacing on the ties. Make sure that they'll fit in perfectly. That looks good. Another one over here. Okay. So now we need to drill holes into the wooden tie, just like the Atlas track has in the plastic tie. And I've looked at these tabs and decided that a 3/32 bit would make a hole in the wood tie that would be a nice tight fit for that pin. So we'll use that. So first let's drill the tie right here. And you want to put this hole right between the center rail and the outside rail, like that. Okay, let's go down and catch this one. Right in the middle, there we go. And here's the one for the other side of the track, up here. And here. There. Now let's take our accessory shoe hot rail here and tap it in. And this one. Well, that's a nice tight fit. If it does fit a little bit loose here or here, you can use a drop of CA glue, spray a fixer on it, and that should hold it in really well. But right now, I think that's all we need. That's in there very tight. Let's put the other rail in. Here's the first hole. Here's the second one. There we go. So there's the two accessory shoe rails. Here's our good old log dump car. We'll set him on the track. Oh, that's gonna line up really well. See this accessory shoe here? There's his rail, and this one here, and here's his rail right here. So if we sit him down like that, oh, that's perfect. If you listen, you can even hear that accessory shoe contacting that rail. So now all we need to do is put a positive and a common wire on those two hot shoes, and let's see if we can't make this log car dump some logs. All right, there's our wire. Now we'll bend the wire around the screw head. Okay. And we'll tighten the screw down. And for our little test, this ought to work fine. There. Now we've got our accessory rails all in place for our test. So let's locate the car on the track. Let's give him some logs. And we'll take our test power and turn it up to, let's say, 12 volts. And we'll attach the common here. Okay. Then we'll put our AC positive on here and test our car. Then we'll put our AC positive on here and test our car. Well, that's certainly a vast improvement on that. Now we got a high rail track with some accessory rails that'll activate post-war cars. That'll do it for this volume of the Backshop. I'm Jim Barrett. See you again next time.